On my shirt, I have an hourglass, which represents my strangeness, which is patience. But I turned that strangeness into a strength, because if I didn't have it, then I wouldn't have been granted some of my most important opportunities in life.
On my shirt, I have a person pushing up stone up a hill, because my strangeness is, I can sometimes be described as obstinate, but I have turned that into the superpower of determined.
On my shirt, I have like a piggy bank because I tend to lose money a lot, but I kind of see that as I'm not like superficial. I don't really care about like the pennies. Like money's money. It doesn't really matter.
On my shirt, I have a trumpet. As many of you all know, I play the trumpet. Some can see my tendency to practice as being unnecessarily stubborn, but I prefer to view it as dedication and determination for a goal.
On my shirt, I have a hand holding a heart, because some people say that I'm overly kind and overly loving, which can be taken advantage of, but in some situations it can be very nice.
I have a book on my shirt, and what I like to say is I'm quite reserved, but once you get to know me, I'm an open book.
On my shirt, I have a megaphone because I was reminded this morning that I'm quite loud, which can be useful in certain situations, and not so accepted in certain situations as well. That's the shirt.
On my shirt, I have what is a wallflower, where it represents that I am a quiet person, but if you really get to know me, I sort of blossom.
On my shirt, I have like a thought bubble with a lot of like numbers and statistics on it because I know a lot of like statistics, especially when it comes to sports. So that can be a little bit weird because not many people know that. It's a little bit weird, but it can also be a strength because I can use that to help me in like school. So.
Mine's a shovel because
I do a lot of hand work, I have good work ethic, so I see that strength as building character.
On my shirt, I have a sun because I'm very positive and I can be overly energetic, but I think it can be a strength sometimes.
On my shirt, I have a basketball and a soccer ball, and it's hard because I get so caught up in sports that I really can't make time for schoolwork.
Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick Rodriguez. I'm a senior in the Christian Temple Youth Group, or CYF, and 3 weeks ago was the annual winter retreat, my third and final one. We all got the privilege to stay at a building on the property of one of our leaders, Mindy's old church, First Christian Church. Though it was a bit small and the majority of us had to sleep on the floor, we all had a fantastic time. In total, there were 13 of us, 10 kids and 3 leaders, and I got to know all of them a little better than I had before. Amidst the flurry of fun activities like snowball fights and nature hikes in the freezing cold, I learned fun facts about several people. For instance, I now know that Faith has saved a stray dog and Christian has apparently stopped child abduction. I've come to learn that Max can make phenomenally addicted chocolate chip cookies and subsequently learned that I should keep them on the opposite side of the room for fear of gaining copious amount of weight. It also came to light that while Lauren may frequent Dunkin' Donuts several times a week, and Astrid seems to know a lot about food and what to do with it, assigning them both the task of making grilled cheese and tomato soup is not the best idea. Unless, of course, you want slightly crispy bread and not completely melted cheese. And we can't forget the wonderful beating of Tyler's shock game that left all of our hands tingling for a few minutes. All in all, I got to see new sides of the people in my youth group and got to delve deeper into the tidbits that I had already known about. Each year, and retreat, CYF has a theme, something that we explore through a few lenses, one of which, of course, is a biblical one, and then seek to contextualize it within our own lives. The theme is used to guide our meetings and discussion, acting as a focal point of sorts. Our leaders and guest speakers talk about whatever we may be metaphorically dissecting that week and relate it back to the overarching theme. As you've probably guessed at this point in the service, our current theme is strangeness to strength. That is to say, looking at what makes everything and everyone different, and then seeing those differences actually belie their inner strengths. Leading up to the retreat, our discussions focus on the strange things that are happening in the world around us, like month-long government shutdowns and the crazy cliques that can form in high school. We also looked at a few strange stories from the Bible, like the story of Phineas brutally killing 2 people, a seemingly violent act to appease a generally loving God, and being rewarded with priesthood for not only him, but all of his descendants. I and my other youth groupers looked at these different events and tried to make sense of them. The goal of all of this was to take the parts of the world that are foreign and confusing to us and to make sense of them, to figure out what the deeper meaning of it all is. Subsequently, after figuring out what exactly was happening around us, and having been helped to grasp the underlying motivation of those who act in a different manner than what we may be used to, we are then helped to craft the tools to deal with the quirks of people and society as a whole. Transitioning from external bizarreness, this past retreat was an opportunity for everyone, leaders and kids alike, to voice their individual oddities, the specific parts of their character that made them feel different from those around them. We all had the wonderful opportunity to learn about, and then help with, some of the insecurities that plagued the members of the group. Before delving into the specific examples that stood out to me, I would just like to say that I feel that these, and all the other stories of strangeness, were only shared because of the great respect and trust we all have in each other. Youth group is meant to be a safe haven for its members, a place for them to come together and explore their problems and learn about the important messages given to us by the Bible. This weekend, that idea was reinforced once again. Getting back on track, there were several strange aspects that were widely felt. One of the more common worries that stood out to me was that there were those who felt they were too outspoken, often dominating conversation and pushing others away with a seemingly overconfident demeanor. On the opposite side of the spectrum, the fear of being too much of a wallflower was voiced, that these members' naturally quieter attitude would cause them to blend in with the surroundings, but they would always feel left behind and unnecessary. Another story that touched me was when someone shared how they felt like, because they tended to put up a dumb persona or facade, people would always underestimate them. After talking and writing about what we feel makes us a lesser, different person in the eyes of ourselves and society, this year's leaders, Mindy, Peter, and Andrea, had us think about what God would say about us. We were challenged to look past our own insecurities and acknowledge that which makes us all uniquely phenomenal. A familiar problem to us all is the difficulty of speaking about ourselves in a proud manner. With so much of society being focused on putting people in boxes, making them conform every aspect of their life to what is considered the norm, it's not hard to understand why it would be an onerous task to take on. Eventually, words such as amazing, strong, and kind were all brought up. When prompted to synthesize all these descriptions into one underlying word, it was unanimously determined that it was love. God, through his unconditional love, sees all of our faults. That's what makes us who we are. The foundation on which we are built upon is not flawed nor cracked. It is perfect and beautiful. To God and to others around us, we are all perfectly imperfect. After looking at ourselves from the point of view of God, we each understood the inherent strengths our personal eccentricities brought to us. Being too loud morphed into a strong confidence that gave us the strength and drive to help those we know, and those we didn't, with a passionate love. The wallflowers discern their ability to perceive the emotions and thoughts of those around them, helping them to offer support and advice in a helpful and impactful manner. Changed from the descriptor of dumb, people realized that they were seen as approachable and relatable. The key to this transition in our way of thinking was an adjustment of our outlook. When placed under the light of love, everyone's peculiarities glowed with the inner strengths that were previously hidden. In a time of heightened attention to all the things that make us different from one another, when methodically picking apart every aspect of a person's personality is an everyday occurrence, in high school and the world in general, this lesson is all the more important. One of the most critical missions for us, at least to me, is to support the people around us, to help them understand that different does not equate to bad. However, that task is astronomically more difficult when we do not practice what we preach. Actions will forever speak louder than words. And boosting people up while simultaneously dragging ourselves down strongly undercuts the notion that everyone is amazing. I personally feel that after this weekend, with a heightened comprehension of what makes me stronger is what makes me different, I am now better suited to help those I love. I have no doubt that my other CYFers feel the same. These past years that I have been a part of CYF have helped make me into a better person. All of the members now feel like family. I am eternally grateful for the knowledge that they have imparted unto me, and for the joy that to be a part of. As fantastic as this retreat was, it was also tinged with sadness. A sadness stemming from the fact that it was my last. Luckily, I have a few more months to spend with them, but come summer, I will have graduated and moved on. Still, no matter the age I might be, I know I will always have them, because family doesn't ever truly leave. In years to come, I will face several new experiences, some exciting, some scary, but I know that they will be there for me if I ever need them. And I hope that they know I will be there for them if they ever need me. We all may be strange in our own wonderful ways, but through our time together, we have made each other stronger. Oh, and now the CYF will be singing special music. You Say by Lauren Daigle.
companies and long pauses. I promise I'm not done yet. You'll be able to tell what I am.